Hello, everyone. I'm Greg Otta with FedScoop TV. And today we're at the Public Sector Innovation Summit, and I'm talking with Chad Sheridan, the CIO of the Department of Agriculture's Risk Management Agency. Chad, thanks for joining us today.
Pleasure to be on. Thank you.
So, talk to me about your top three priorities over the next year.
I'd say our top three priorities, number one is governance,
Okay.
which is a little bit different from where we've been. We're a big agile shop. We've gotten into DevOps, continuous delivery. So
Okay.
over the last 2 years, we've shown how to do things right. Right now, we're trying to figure out what are the right things we need to work on. So
Okay.
governance is number one. I'd say part and parcel with that is you can't have a good governance process if you don't have good planning. Right, so it's a matter of building that portfolio of what we should work on, not from an IT perspective, but from a business value perspective. It's a different word in government sometimes, but we look at it from an agency value.
Okay.
Meaning, if I want to go build something in IT, what is my expected outcome? What do I want to get from that? How's that going to help the program of crop insurance, which is our mission area?
Okay. So, what technological or policy innovation has had the biggest impact on your job over the past year?
I'd say it's neither.
Okay, interesting.
Policy implication for FITARA obviously is a
Right.
huge impact for us, but we really started the efforts for FITARA in USDA 2 and 3 years ago.
Oh, so you're well into it. Okay.
Right. It was less about what was going to be in the law, but more about the culture that supports success under FITARA. And we started that effort culturally about 2.5 years ago in reestablishing our CIO Council. So instead of what FITARA could be, which is a top-down, thou shalt, there's a lot of shalls in the law, we worked it at okay, if the USDA CIO needs to be able to show this, how do we as an organization of 17 individual component agencies and 10 staff offices work together to make FITARA work for our mission partners, farmers and people who need food.
So I'm wondering, the word innovation gets thrown a lot in concert with technology, but where else do you see inside your agency where innovation can be implemented? Is it in workforce? Is it in procurement? Like, where else do you see lanes for innovation?
Well, I think innovation can happen in any space. If you look at what we're doing in the Risk Management Agency, we look primarily at innovation in process and people. In other words, when you make that transition to Agile, to continuous delivery, it's less about the techniques of Scrum or Agile or DevOps or whatever the buzzword is of the day. It's more about how do you breed a culture where there's safety, right? So my job is less about what my Agile practitioners need to do. It's more about how do I protect them from what I call the inevitable return to the natural state of government. That the natural state of government is top-down command and control. That's great on the battlefield in some ways, not so great when you're trying to innovate. So my job is to protect those people on the ground floor, on the deck plate, so that they can come up with good ideas and not feel they're going to be crushed or laughed at or anything else. And also give them the opportunity to fail, but fail in a manner that doesn't cause a mission failure.
Interesting. Well, Chad, thanks for stopping by. Very interesting stuff. Always appreciate your input.
Thank you very much for having me.